What is up, you guys? This is Ricky572 with Return a Chance, and today I'm going to be bringing you guys my Scrap Dino deck profile. It's kind of the same as the ones you guys seen online with a little bit of tweaking, but I'll let you guys see for yourselves. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So starting off, playing 3 copies Soul Eating Over Raptor, very standard for every Dino deck, best starter in the deck, lets you add any dinosaur monster from your deck to the hand, so it lets you add any combo piece you're missing to the hand basically. Next we have 3 Misc. Miscellaneous. Have you read what it does? Protects your dinos, lets you special summon from the deck by banishing dinosaurs from a graveyard, so definitely really important to play 3 Misc while you can. For the babies, we're playing triple baby Ceratosaurus and we're playing 1 Petit Pterodon. You really want to maximize on the babies. I would play Petit Pterodon at 2, but I think playing it at 1 has been doing good for me. But yeah, you want to maximize on the babies because you do want to see at least 1 in hand during your first turn, so you could combo off with it. So like I showed you guys in the last video, Misc plus baby, Oviraptor plus baby, you know, that's basically full combo. But yeah, you want to maximize on the babies, maybe upgrade this to 2, but I've been seeing good results with it at 1. Next we have the 2 of, so you're going to want to play double Archosaur. I really recommend playing double Archosaur just in case you draw into 1. You still have 1 live in the deck for Miscellaneous. But I mean, you could probably get away with playing 1, just hope you don't draw into it, that way your Misc is still alive. Next we have WTC. I've seen some people playing 3 of it. I like it at 2. I don't really want to see it in the hand first turn because I can't really summon it because I don't have materials in the graveyard. But yeah, I think 2 UTC is fine. I mean, if you do see it in the hand and you do have like a full combo hand and you're good to go, but other than that, I really prefer it staying in the deck. So I think 8 at 2 is fine. Alright, so now for your 1-ofs, you're playing 1 copy of Degoran, basically your dinosaur kaiju, searchable with Oviraptor, gets you over Winda, gets you over Dragoon, gets you over Mechaba. You know, any just problematic card that's unaffected by like card effects, that'll take care of it for you. Next we have 1 copy of Giant Rex. Giant Rex, very standard just to play 1 in any dino deck because it recovers itself, revives itself from the banished, etc, etc. Next we have 1 copy of Dino Wrestler Pancratox because it's searchable. You could also special summon it off Petit Pterodon, and it's just easy removal, so you just special summon it for free if you're going second, and you get to pop something your opponent has. And last we have Overtex Quaculus. I like playing Overtex. Some people don't play it, but I like playing it because it's a spell and trap card negation. Also, if you do draw UTC and in your hand, you get to special summon this off Double Evolution Pill. But yeah, it also works as recovering your dinos from like banners. Let's say you're like in the grind game and you run out of dinosaurs in your graveyard, which has happened to me so many times. This helps you recover your dinosaurs and put them back in the deck, and basically you just reset your deck. So that's it for the dinos. So let's move on to the scrap package now. For the scrap package, we have 1 copy of Scrap Golem, 1 copy of Scrap Chimera, and 1 copy of Scrap Raptor. I've seen people play Scrap Raptor at like 2 or 3. I prefer them at 1 copy because I don't want to see them in the hand. I prefer to start off my combos using Misc and Baby rather than summoning Scrap Raptor and comboing with Lost World. So I really want to just summon Scrap Raptor off of Baby, not really normal summon him. Scrap Chimera, very standard. You only want to play 1 of him because you do want to add him off Scrap Raptor. You don't really want to already have him in the hand. That makes Scrap Raptor's effect to add kind of useless. So just 1 copy of Scrap Chimera. Scrap Golem, just 1. It's a brick. You do not want to see him at all. You want to have him stay in the deck. So just 1 copy of Scrap Golem. And lastly, we have 1 copy of Recover. So Recover is a tuner I use to go into Notorious Beast because it is an Earth tuner. But I also like its effect because it lets me recover it, reborn it from the graveyard to go into a Linkuriboh after I do all my plays. So that gives me like 1 kind of sort of extra interruption. I've seen people use a Tenia Spirit, the Earth one, but I feel like it really doesn't do much for the deck. I mean, this doesn't do much for the deck either because you're special summoning both off Needle Fiber. But I feel like this gives me like 1 extra advantage because I could get to reborn him and just go into the Linkuriboh. So I just prefer Recover over the other one. It's up to you which one you guys want to play, but I prefer Recover. Alright, so moving on to the spells. First off, you got 3 copies of Fossil Dig. Definitely want to play 3 copies of Fossil Dig because it helps you get any level 6 or lower dinosaur monster from your deck to your hand. Helps you get your Oviraptor, Baby Ceratosaurus, your Mist, or your Scrap Raptor, whichever you want to go with. So basically, it helps you get anything you want, anything you're missing. So 3 copies. 3 copies of Lost World, because Lost World plus Mist, Lost World plus Oviraptor, Lost World plus Scrap Raptor turns into a combo. So this is now a combo starter card. So you definitely want to see Lost World as much as possible. And lastly, for the 3 ofs, we have 3 Pot of Prosperity. Definitely want to play 3 Pot of Prosperity because you do want to maximize your chances of seeing a certain card. This helps you dig into your deck and grab that extra combo piece that you're missing. Unfortunately though, we don't have an alternative to that, so I don't really know what I would recommend for like a cheaper option. So if you can, grab your Pot of Prosperity because it really helps the deck a lot. For the 2 of the spells, we have Double Evolution Pill. Double Evolution Pill. I used to play this at 1, but sometimes I would draw into it and an Archosaur would be dead, so you definitely want to play 2 to have 1 in the deck to be live for Archosaur. Also, why not play 2? That's like 2 ways of bringing UTC out instead of just 1 way. So 2 of Lightning Storm. I only play 2. I don't play the 3. I feel like 3 is going way too much. I think 2 does the trick. Lightning Storm helps you get rid of back row. Basically, that's really what I use it for, just to get rid of back row monsters. I don't really have hard time dealing with, but it is a great way to get rid of back row. So double Lightning Storm. So that's gonna be it for the 2 ofs now. Now let's go for the 1 ofs. Alright, so now for the 1 ofs, Mystic Mine. Just 1 copy of Mystic Mine, or you guys are gonna hate me, but Mystic Mine is a really good card and it helps break boards. Dinos can play around it by just playing Lost World on top of it. Also, if your opponent sees it, they have to respect it. They have to use the one under the gate, so it forces them to use a negate on it. Next, we have 1 copy of Terraforming to add either your Lost World or Mystic Mine, whichever you might need at the moment. 1 copy of Harpy's Feather Duster, because dinos do struggle with back row decks, so you want to have something to get rid of the back row. Harpy's Feather Duster, no question. 1 copy of Called by the Grave, because you'd rather be caught with it than without it. There's a chance you might draw into it in your first hand, which helps you like play over Lancia or any hand trap for that matter. So 1 copy of Called by the Grave. Next we have 1 copy of Instant Fusion. I have a little Instant Fusion package in the extra deck that basically plays as a, a second Called by the Grave. So I'll show you guys that in a bit. And lastly, we play 1 copy of Blizzard. So what Blizzard does, it basically negates a spell card and it prevents your opponent from using spell cards of that name for the rest of the turn. The reason we play Blizzard is to get around Dark Ruler No More and Forbidden Droplet. This deck loses to Forbidden Droplet and Dark Ruler No More, so we definitely want to have something to negate to it that's not a monster effect. So Blizzard does the trick for us. So that's gonna be it for the spell cards. Now I'm gonna move on to the trap cards, which we only play like 1 trap card of. So let's show you that. For the trap cards, we're playing 3 trap cards. They're basically the same thing. 3 copies of Solemn Judgment. Reason we're playing Solemn Judgment because we want to negate the Dark Ruler No More. We want to have something to negate the Forbidden Droplet. Also, it's a really good going first card, so why not play Solemn Judgment? It helps you like negate anything basically. Yeah, that's gonna be it for the deck. Now we're gonna move on to the extra deck, and I'll show you guys that right now. So moving on to the extra deck, we have 1 copy of Thousand Eyes Restrict, 1 copy of Millennium's Eyes Restrict. This is basically my Instant Fusion package. Millennium Eyes Restrict acts as another Called by the Grave, which is really good in the deck because it helps you get over hand traps. Thousand Eyes Restrict is just another easy way to remove cards without destroying them. Unfortunately it targets, but I mean it's still a good way to remove problematic cards. So that's my Instant Fusion package. For the synchros, we have 1 copy of Borlo Savage Dragon because it's an Omni Negate, you can easily make them. And then we have 1 copy of Notoria Beast because it's a spell negation and you can easily make them in the deck too. So that's what we have here for. Exceed monsters, we're playing 1 copy of Lagia, 1 copy of Doka, because you are playing a dinosaur deck, so you could easily make these. You could get a Solemn Judgment on legs, or you could get a monster negate with Doka. So you're playing 1 of each. You're playing 1 Abyss Dweller because it's really good in the format. It hits a lot of decks in the format. Also, you could easily make a rank 4 in the deck, so Abyss Dweller is a rank 4 I like going into. And then you're playing 1 copy of Dugaris. Dugaris is basically to close out games and go OTK. I like using his effect to double the attack of UTC, and makes him like 7,000, and then put Pentastag on top of UTC, which inflicts piercing, so that's a bunch of damage you're gonna inflict on your opponent. So that's basically what I use the Garrus for. It's basically a closeout to close out games. Alright, so now for the links, we have 1 copy of Linkuriboh, 1 copy of Secure Gardener. For any Dino player, you guys know why we play this. Basically gives us a non-dinosaur material in the graveyard. That way we were able to play double evolution pill. So Secure Gardener and Linkuriboh standard. Pentastag to close out games. You put this on top of UTC, you get to inflict piercing. So 1 copy of Pentastag. Scrap Wyvern. Now that we're playing the Scrap Raptor package, we could abuse Scrap Wyvern and basically lets us combo off even more. So 1 copy of Scrap Wyvern, that's all you pretty much need. You don't really need to go into two Scrap Wyverns. 1 copy of Crystal Hydrofibrax or Needle Fiber, whatever you want to call them, because it lets us get out the Naturia, yeah, it does help us go into Naturia Beast by bringing out Recover to the field. So 1 copy of Needle Fiber. We're playing 1 copy of Unicorn, because if we are going second, it does help us remove something off the field without destroying it, and it's just a good generic Link 3 to go into. And 1 copy of Appaloosa. With the new Scrap Raptor, we're able to go into Appaloosa really easy and make it consistently as well. So that's going to be it for the extra deck. Now let's move on to the side deck, and I'm going to show you some cards that I recommend playing in the side deck. For the side deck, we have 3 copies of Evenly Matched. Most of my cards in the side deck are going to be like for going second. So Evenly Matched is just one of those cards that's really good going second. It breaks boards. We have 2 copies of Mystic Mine. We have 3 copies of Dark Lord No More. And lastly, we have, for the main deck, side deck cards, we have 3 copies of Infinite Impermanence. Although you could probably switch to Impermanence for like Cosmic Cyclones or more spell and trap card removal. I just have Infinite Impermanence there because it's a really good card and it's just a generic, basically hand trap. So that's going to be it for the main deck, side deck cards. Now for the side deck extra deck cards, we have 1 copy of Relinquish Enigma. Really good non-destructive removal in case you might need it. Doesn't really come up, but I mean, it's always better to have it than to not have it. Evil Swarm Extension Knight. It's basically a mini Zeus and it clears boards as well. Nightmare Phoenix, in case we're going against a trap heavy, a back row heavy deck, we could always side into this and pop their spell and trap cards. And then lastly, we play 1 copy of Access Code Talker. When we go second, we don't really need Appaloosa anymore, so we take out the Appaloosa and put an Access Code Talker as our Link 4 to go into, because Access Code Talker basically closes out games. So 1 copy of Access Code Talker for going second. That's going to be it for my side deck. Basically going second cards, you could probably, like I said, switch that for like more spell and trap card removal. I just like playing the Infinite Impermanence, but it really depends on what your locals consist of, like what decks you're playing. So that's what you basically want to build your side deck off, but I just like playing this because it gives me an option to go second. So that's going to be it for the deck profile. Make sure to like the video if you enjoyed the deck profile. Also, make sure to subscribe to the channel for more Yu-Gi-Oh content. Also, go follow us on our Instagram at Return of the Chance for more Yu-Gi-Oh content. And if you guys have like any suggestions or tweaks you might make to the deck, make sure to comment down below. I'm always open to new suggestions and always down to try new things. You know, my deck might not be the best build, but that's what we're here for. We're here to help each other. So yeah, it's gonna be it. This is Ricky572 with Return of the Chance, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace.